we booked the hop on, hop off Dublin excursion through Norwegian. So we met up in the theater. They took us all to a tender boat, took the 15-minute tender over to Dunleary. They've got the hop on, hop off bus waiting for us. So we're just doing our check-in now. We will head into Dublin, do the loop, which I think is about an hour, and then we can hop on and hop off the rest of the day. We got off of the hop on, hop off bus. We decided not to do the full loop because it was cold, it was wet. It's a not great day here in Dublin, but we found a coffee shop. Jason's got an Americana, I got a hot chocolate, and they make it with real shaved chocolate. So it's really yummy. So we're just sitting here at this coffee shop and just kind of making a plan for the day. This is stop number 8 on the Ho-Ho bus. So we can walk to Dublin Castle, we can walk to Temple Bar, so there's a couple things really close here, and then we'll just jump back on the bus whenever we want to and move on down the road. We have walked down to George's Street Arcade, which is an old Victorian market, and you can tell that the architecture of the building's really cool. It's got this vaulted ceiling, and you can just look up and see the rafters. The stalls in here are very different. So there's some food vendors, but there's also just like little shops. Like behind me is a coffee shop. In front of me is a body piercing place. There is a record store. It's just very eclectic. So most markets we've been to are like all food vendors or something like that, and this is a very different kind of market.
So Elisa found me a hat. Now I feel Irish.
I love it.
You like it?
I do, and it matches your jacket too.
I like it too. I always wanted one of these. Now I have one.
So
I got it here in Dublin.
Yup.
In Ireland, man. How cool is that?
We could not be this close to Dublin Castle without coming to see it. So parts of this were built in the 1300s, and then you can see there's more modern structures around it. We're not going to go inside, but we just want to take a look at it.
Yeah, it's raining like crazy. It's very hard to vlog.
It's very rainy today.
So I'm one happy dude. We've made our way to the Temple Bar. It's famous around here. You have to come to the Temple Bar when you're in Dublin. It's one of the oldest bars in Dublin, established in 1840. And the Guinness Brewery is just right down the street. So the best Guinness in the world are right here in Dublin. And none other than the Temple Bar. Cheers! We got some live music that's about to start too. Yes, that tastes so good. Beer before lunch, only in Dublin.
I sell apples and oranges, nuts and split peas, bullseyes and sugars.
It is noon, so we got some lunch, and I asked the waitress what she may order, and she said, get the world famous toasty. So of course I'm gonna go with what she says. This is a ham and cheese on sourdough bread. It looks really good, and it comes with cheese and onion crisps. No chips here. This is a crisp, not a chip. And we have great live music during lunch. That's good.
This little ham and cheese toasty, it's way better than, it's just a little sandwich, but man, that's a delicious hot sandwich. Like the cheese and the ham's all melty together. Well, that's delicious on this cold, rainy day. Food's good here, man. That's a great little sandwich.
All right, back out in the rain we go.
That was fun.
That was fun. Now we're gonna go get back on the hop on, hop off bus and get off at the Guinness factory.
All right, so we are at the Guinness Brewery, where they brew Guinness. we're about to do a little self-guided tour. We just bought some tickets. It takes about an hour and a half to get through it, and we're about to get started. $1.5 trillion yeast cells in every Guinness brew. It seems like a lot. That's a lot. Pretty cool. Very interesting.
Right at the beginning of the tour, if you need a break before you get started, here's a cafe. The next floor with the taste experience is a little tricky because a lot of people are skipping it. They don't realize that it's part of the tour because you come up the escalator, have to walk around the circle and then get in line for the taste experience. And most people are just going straight up the next escalator and they're missing this entire floor.
Well, I can tell you right now, we're not going to skip the taste testing. This has been a great tour. So I learned that Guinness was the first brewing company to add nitrogen into their beer back in 1959. That's what actually gives Guinness that creamy head, that smooth, creamy texture that you love. It's from the nitrogen. Who'd have thunk it? That was fun. It's a good beer, man. So you don't want to sip the Guinness. You want to take a nice pull and get that head and that creaminess all in one little, so you can coat your mouth and you can really get the flavors of the Guinness and the texture of the creaminess. Oh yeah.
So over here at the Stouty, you can go in and use your drink voucher and get them to print a picture of you in the foam. Now that costs extra, and we don't have time for that, but that looks really neat. There are a couple of other experiences you can do. You can do Guinness Academy and a few other things. We are limited on time because we are here on a short, it's not a short port day, but because of the tender and everything, that just takes time. And it's like 45 minutes from Dublin to Dunleary. So anyway, we are at the top floor, which is called the Gravity Bar, and we have our drink vouchers. I obviously don't drink beer, but Jason does, so he's going to go get him a Guinness, and we've got an amazing view of Dublin.
Okay, so we made it to the end of the tour. There's a lot of cool things that you can do, like you can learn how to do a proper pour, but we're under time constraints because we got to get back to the ship. But we're at the Gravity Bar, which is the very top 360-degree view of Dublin, and we get to enjoy a pint of Guinness right here at the brewery. How cool is that? Cheers!
And of course, you have to exit through the gift shop, right? So let's take a peek, see what we can find, and then we've got to get a taxi back to the port. So we decided to take a taxi back instead of getting back to the place to get the hop on hop off bus. It's only about 30 euros, so not bad. And we got to spend more time at the Guinness factory that we wanted to. So we're in line to get back on a tender boat to go back to our ship. And there is a nice hot pot of tea waiting for me after this cold, rainy day. Well, the weather was against us pretty much all day in Dublin. It was just rainy and cold and dreary outside. And now that we are sailing away from Dunleary, the sun comes out. So we're gonna get a beautiful sunset over Ireland. It's still chilly outside, but it feels nice out here. We've even got people in the swimming pool.
Here comes the sun.
It's heated, but
little
still.
darling, here comes the sun.
And then it goes away because it's sunset time. We're at Le Bistro for dinner tonight. This is the French specialty dining restaurant, and it's one of our favorites on all the Norwegian ships, so I'm really looking forward to this dinner. So, I said I wasn't gonna eat very much of this bread, so I have room for the rest of my food. And here I am eating more of this bread because it's that good. I'm not exaggerating. I'm a bread girl. I love bread. This is fresh bread. It's good salted butter. Room temperature, not cold, so it spreads perfectly on there.
Oh man, the scallops have arrived. They're so little tiny. They're very, very small. They bring them, and you got 4 little pathetic looking small scallops in a bowl, and then they come and pour the cauliflower puree over the top of that, and it comes alive. And then you take it and mix it all up together. And that cauliflower puree is so damn delicious. It's like a soup. You can eat that. They give you a soup spoon, and those scallops are so flavorful. I love those. You almost need like 2 or 3 orders of them though, because 1 order is just not enough. I got the cream or mushroom soup. So it's not the prettiest color. It smells good. So they fool you again like they did with the scallops. They bring you this beautiful, huge bowl. And it's got this little tiny, like, helping of minced mushrooms. And then they're like, here you go. You're like, what? What is this? And then they come with the soup, puree. And then they pour that in there, and it makes it look like that. Oh, and it's absolutely delicious. Trust me, it tastes better than it looks. Really good.
I can't believe Jason didn't get the French onion. We both usually get the French onion. But because he knows I can't finish this.
I wanted something different.
So he's gonna finish it. But this is always, like, you'll get French onion soup in like the main dining room.
And it's not consistent, but it is here.
Right. Anytime, any Le Bistro, fleet-wide Norwegian, you get the French onion soup. It's delicious. So, look at that. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. That broth has got so much flavor. It's got real onions down in the bottom. That crouton or French bread has soaked all that up. And then the cheese on top is just melted to perfection. This is so good.
I got the sea bass. Let's see what it's all about. Never got the sea bass at Le Bistro.
Nope. It's new for you.
Ooh, nice and tender. No bones. You can get right into it. It's got like a little olive oil, pesto, garlic sauce that they've drizzled over it. A little crunchy. Not too much. Not over salted, not under salted. It's a really good balance of seasoning and flavor. It's nice and light, but it's not too light. You know what I mean? Like you're getting flavor. You feel like you're eating something. Pretty good. I like that. That's an enjoyable bite right there. Yum yum.
So I got the beef tenderloin, but without the foie gras that comes with it because I just can't handle that. Very tender steak, cuts like butter. I ordered it medium, so it's just slightly pink. Getting steak is a rare thing for me. I'm not a big steak eater, so it just kind of has to hit me in the right mood to order a steak. And I was just in the mood for a steak tonight. Very good, well seasoned. It's very tender, almost melts in your mouth. It's got some potatoes on the side, a little gravy. Very good.
So I just took a bite of Elisa's beef tenderloin. That is way better than the oh man, that blows away the filet at Cagney's. Hands down, no contest, more tender, cooked better. Got the gravy on it. Flavors right on point. That's a delicious piece of steak right there. I'm just saying. At least the one we got tonight.
Very good.
Yep. Man, as good as mine was, hers was better. Two really good dishes. All right. It's kind of a tie between La Bistro and Los Lobos. Way different meal, but I'm gonna actually give it to La Bistro.
Oh yeah.
It's just better. Los Lobos, if you like cheese, have to go to Los Lobos and get the queso fundido, y'all. If you like cheese and you like wrapping cheese up around a tortilla chip, and stringing it up, and it's hot and bubbly when you get it out, and greasy and delicious. Oh my God! They bring you tortillas too, but we didn't even break into the tortillas.
No.
We should have, because that's gonna be pretty good. But wow, good meal, best meal of the cruise so far, right here at La Bistro. So for dessert, I opted for the chocolate wiener. This is what I got with the little bitty gooseberry on top. It's Halloween.
That does look like a chocolate hot dog. Well, you're not supposed to pick it up, Goofy.
Don't finger your own chocolate wiener. Does it taste like a wiener?
No. It's very chocolate. It's super, super rich. Like, there's no way you can eat that whole thing. It's so rich. And then I got the Fraser. Just got fresh strawberries and cream on a sponge cake. I mean, that just sounds yum. That's delicious. That cream melts in your mouth. The strawberries are fresh. That's good. The chocolate is good, but it's just too rich to eat much of it.
I mean, the chocolate wiener?
The chocolate wiener is too rich to eat.